Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a fascinating story called The Measure of a Man, Boaz and the Threshing Floor. We're looking at an ancient text that tackles a struggle we pretty much all deal with today, that intense clash between instant gratification and long-term integrity.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The source poses a deeply personal test of character, and I want you to honestly ask yourself, what would you do if no one was watching? I mean, really, no witnesses, absolutely zero chance of getting caught, and no immediate consequences. It's so easy to play the honorable hero when you've got an audience, right? But what happens when it's just you, completely alone in the dark?
Well, our focus today is on how one midnight decision revealed a man's true character. We're looking at the historical account of a guy named Boaz. In a world that constantly tells us to just follow our impulses, the text presents Boaz's private moment of temptation as this incredible blueprint for mastering our own desires.
To really grasp what went down, we need to understand the power dynamics at play here. It's a classic setup of the vulnerable and the honorable. We've got Boaz, a man of serious influence and wealth, and then we have Ruth.
And Ruth's situation was honestly one of extreme vulnerability. She was widowed, living in deep poverty, and relying entirely on the kindness of others. To survive, she was gleaning, which meant walking behind the harvesters to pick up leftover green scraps. It was basically the ancient world's most precarious social safety net. But despite all this, the text notes that Boaz actually noticed her upstanding character and had already started offering her some unusual protection in his fields. Which brings us to the pivotal moment, the threshing floor encounter. Ruth's mother-in-law, Naomi, gives her this incredibly risky instruction. She tells Ruth to approach Boaz privately in the middle of the night, out at the threshing floor where he's sleeping to guard his grain. And she's supposed to just go and lay at his feet. You guys, this was a highly unorthodox, incredibly suspenseful, and potentially very compromising move. So Boaz wakes up startled in the dark, finds Ruth at his feet, and immediately grasps the sheer weight of what's happening. Ruth is basically asking Boaz to act as her kinsman redeemer. If you're not familiar, this was an ancient Israelite custom where a close relative steps in to marry a vulnerable widow, protecting her and keeping the family line alive. She wasn't just making a pass at him, she was making a profound, deeply vulnerable legal request. The source material frames this exact moment as the ultimate private test. Think about it. It's the middle of the night, they are completely alone, there are absolutely no witnesses around, and Ruth is entirely at his mercy. For a lot of people in his position, this would be the absolute perfect opportunity to exploit someone for selfish desires without facing any immediate blowback. And this brilliantly illustrates what the text argues is true integrity. Instead of giving in to temptation or exploiting the moment, Boaz takes three very deliberate, honorable steps. First, he immediately reassured her so she wouldn't be terrified. Second, he made sure to protect her reputation so she wouldn't be shamed. And third, he committed to doing things the right way, following the proper legal procedures. He literally refused to let impatience override what was morally right. This whole midnight encounter shifts the narrative to a really profound philosophical core: lust versus godly love. The source uses Boaz's reaction to force us to evaluate the actual motivations that drive us when we're suddenly handed a golden opportunity for personal gain. Now, what's really interesting about this comparison is how it breaks down that core difference. Lust is fundamentally selfish, right? It asks, what can this person do for me? It focuses totally on personal satisfaction and basically consumes people as objects. But on the flip side, the godly love that Boaz demonstrated asks, how can I serve and protect this person? It's all about well-being, it sacrifices. It treats people as individuals with inherent worth, who are meant to be honored, not used. Zooming out from this ancient historical event, the source confronts a huge modern challenge. It argues that Boaz's choice on the threshing floor isn't just some dusty relic of the past. It's a direct challenge to the cultural norms and the constant messages we are bombarded with today. The crucial point in the author's argument is this stark contrast. Modern culture practically demands that we follow every desire and satisfy our urges instantly. It frames self-control as this restrictive, old-fashioned thing. But conversely, the scriptural standard we're looking at calls for practicing self-control, maintaining purity, and valuing spiritual maturity. In this framework, self-control isn't a restriction at all. It's literally the foundation for protecting vulnerable people and building relationships based on actual trust. And that brings us to the ripple effect of integrity. The core takeaway here is that a fleeting moment of selfish pleasure almost always produces long-term regret.
But a single moment of immense self-control, like the one on that threshing floor, can lead to lasting, incredible blessings.
Let's see how this builds across history because it's pretty mind-blowing. Immediately, because Boaz acted honorably, he and Ruth marry and start a family. Fast forward centuries later, and from this exact family line, King David is born. And millennia later, this is the very same lineage that leads to the birth of Jesus Christ. The author points out this staggering historical lineage as the direct result of one man choosing integrity on a dark, lonely night.
The source material leaves us with this really rhythmic, powerful takeaway. Character is built one decision at a time. The big lesson drawn from this history is that true strength isn't found in giving in to every urge. It's found in mastering your desires and recognizing the absolute inherent value in every single person we interact with. So, I want to leave you with the same provocative question the source uses to challenge its readers. It argues that the ultimate measure of a person isn't what they can extract from others, but how faithfully they honor them. So, will you choose honor when no one is watching? If this explainer challenged your perspective today, and you want more deep dives into character studies and historical lessons just like this, make sure to subscribe to The Explainer. Thanks so much for learning with me today.